that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them. Stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch.
Canelo versus Crawford is coming up soon, and the tension between them is still high. At a recent press event, the two fighters traded words again. The exchange started when Canelo answered a question about their last press conference where things had gotten physical.
I didn't. He did before. He tried to welcome me back, and it just was my reaction. That's it. I think he don't need them because he really wanted to do. I think Turkey told him, you need to do something. And he did. He did. And
after the press event, Crawford also made it clear that he finds Canelo's behavior ridiculous and is enjoying all the attention and drama surrounding it.
As you can see, you know, I love things like that. You know, it excites me. I'm more motivated than ever.
Terence Crawford addressed the previous press event where Canelo Alvarez pushed him during the face-off. He said the push did not bother him, and it has not changed the way he is preparing for the fight.
You know what I mean? Like, that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching, so it doesn't even matter.
Not just the previous press event, but this one also had a tense stare down. New boxing promoter Dana White, who used to work at the UFC, had to step in personally to separate the two fighters. This fight is more than just a battle. It is a once-in-a-lifetime matchup between two fighters who have dominated multiple weight classes, won many belts, and proved their critics wrong. Canelo Alvarez talked about his match with Billy Joe Saunders, saying how Saunders' attitude before the fight pushed him to fight harder, and he suggested that a similar situation could happen in his upcoming bout with Crawford.
You know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before. They might tune in because staying in the UFC are involved. So what has it been like maybe introducing yourself to a lot of them?
Canelo Alvarez said he lost respect for Terence Crawford because of a comment Crawford made, especially when he said he does not care about meeting other people's expectations. Canelo felt it looked like Crawford wanted to prove a point or get something off his chest during the press conference.
more personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turkey told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he welcome me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't fuck with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah.
At the press conference, Canelo Alvarez made a similar statement, telling the media and boxing officials that it might have been Turkey's idea for Terence Crawford to walk him down, which caused chaos in their last face-off. He also warned that anyone trying to provoke him could end Crawford's career.
Before, I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do, and he did. So, but you know me. Just, I respect everybody, but if you me, so it's gonna be different.
During a tense confrontation between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Crawford addressed rumors from Canelo camp that claimed he was scared. He said he approached Canelo to prove he was not afraid and to show he was in control before the fight. However, Canelo clarified that he never said those things himself and explained that it was actually Crawford's uncle who made the claim.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
Crawford stayed firm, saying he fears no one and that Canelo Alvarez will understand this when they meet in the ring. He also reminded everyone that at their last press event, he was not afraid to approach Canelo, even though Canelo is naturally a bigger fighter.
Somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of him. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that. No.
On one side is Canelo Alvarez, Mexico pride, and the undisputed super middleweight champion with 63 wins, 2 losses, and 39 knockouts. He has fought top boxing stars like Gennady Golovkin, Miguel Cotto, Sergey Kovalev, and Caleb Plant. While fans and fighters have been hyping up the fight, Eddie Hearn first downplayed the excitement around Crawford, but now admits it will be a major day for Canelo.
And you're gonna find that out. As you've seen, the last press conference,
Wait and see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you are a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Eddie Hearn said he favors Canelo Alvarez, but called the fight challenging for both fighters. He noted that Crawford's distinctive style, with precise, timing, quick movement, and constant adjustments, could make the ring feel like a chessboard, forcing Canelo to react and keep up.
Presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo. Then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo. So
no, Canelo's an all-time great. He's an incredible fighter, and look, I actually think this is a bad fight for him.
Eddie Hearn added that Crawford sees this fight as more than just a new title or a big payday. He considers it his ultimate mission. Crawford wants to move beyond being known only as a technical boxer and achieve true greatness, the kind that makes history. Hearn said Crawford is not after attention, he is after a lasting legacy.
He'll engage a lot more than Skull, but he will be looking to do all the things where people have had success, which is use movement. Look at what Bivol did. Bivol had the perfect game plan. He boxed off the back foot, then he attacked, then he moved, then he, all that kind of stuff. And Crawford will be looking to do it.
Hearn also spoke about the obvious size difference, noting that Crawford started as a natural welterweight at 147 pounds, while Canelo Alvarez has been the 168-pound champion. Despite the weight gap, Crawford kept challenging Canelo's name. Interestingly, Canelo did not reject the idea and said that if the timing and business lined up properly, he would consider the fight seriously.
That's probably quite personal to him to prove himself as a great. And there is no doubt that if he wins this fight, he's a great. He's a pound-for-pound tremendous fighter.
Canelo Alvarez has defeated champions in 4 different weight classes, rising from a teenage prospect to one of the biggest pay-per-view stars in modern boxing. He has built an empire both inside and outside the ring, using sharp counterpunches, a strong chin, and body shots that wore down opponents. At the press conference, he appeared calmer and more relaxed than Bud, sharing his thoughts on working with Dana White and the organizing team for the blockbuster event. He stressed that UFC and boxing are not rivals, but partners, saying, "You make it seem like we are competing, but I know we are not. I have always liked Dana White. I respect all the UFC fighters, and I believe we can show people that together we can do big things." He expressed excitement about collaborating with Dana White, Netflix, and everyone involved. Canelo also said that Crawford brings something new and different for everyone, and now it is time to see how this challenge unfolds. Meanwhile, Antonio Tarver spoke confidently about Crawford mindset, saying he has a rare energy that separates great fighters with an unwavering, fearless presence that silences doubt and sees no opponent as a threat.
7, obviously 154 now, but the money's the money, and he was never going to turn it.
Antonio Tarver then turned his attention to Canelo Alvarez, giving a more critical perspective. While he acknowledged Canelo's toughness, he pointed out that the Mexican star has not faced a serious challenge recently, and his movement in the ring has not been as sharp. Tarver cautioned that getting too comfortable can be risky because it may lead even the best fighters to slow down and lose their edge.
I've been telling y'all for the longest, that boy got that energy. And you know what energy I'm talking about. What is that? Tarver energy. Yes, sir. Tarver. He got that. And so you know, when you get that, we don't see nobody.
Now he's facing a tough opponent in Canelo. Tarver said Canelo's footwork has not been at its best recently, and he has not faced a real threat in a long time. He added that sometimes fighters get too comfortable in that zone, but now he will need to dig deep to prepare for Crawford 2-4.
With a stalled Canelo. Now, the Canelo footwork ain't been what it's supposed to be lately, and he hasn't a real threat in a long time. Right. Now, sometimes we can get so comfortable in that zone, but now you got to go down deep to get ready for Crawford. Tarver.
Everyone knows Terence Crawford as a technical fighter with a perfect 40-0 record and 30 knockouts, a switch-hitting puzzle that no opponent has solved since moving up to 140 pounds. He has been dominant, beating Errol Spence Jr. in a surprising performance, and recently winning a world title at 154 pounds now. He is boldly moving up again to face the toughest fighter at 160. 8 pounds such ambition is rare, and even rarer is someone who can pull it off. Frank Martin shared his thoughts on how William Skull and Crawford might approach Canelo Alvarez after Canelo's last fight. Skull favored evasive tactics, which Martin felt was too defensive, but he does not expect Crawford to use the same strategy.
I don't think Terence gonna run from Canelo as much as that guy did. I feel like he gonna box for sure, but he gonna sit down on some shots. He gonna fight in spurts.
Martin's opinion, Crawford might be smaller than Canelo Alvarez, but he has important advantages like speed that can help him compete effectively. He added that Crawford's size could actually benefit him, making him quicker and giving him a real opportunity to beat Canelo.
Fast. Sometimes, man, like, just because a guy bigger, it don't always mean, like, he can crack, but, it's like Terence he gonna be the faster, he gonna be the quicker fighter, the more explosive fighter, too, I feel like.
He explained the challenges smaller fighters face against bigger opponents and showed how faster-paced smaller fighters can gain an advantage over taller, heavier ones. His point highlights why speed is so important in closely matched or highly competitive fights. Combining strength with quickness is key.
Nothing. A lot of times them guys be slower,
Yeah.
When a smaller guy come up to a higher weight, you just can't get hit by you can't get hit by the bigger guy, especially if he a puncher. But a lot of times the smaller guy have an advantage, I feel like, because they quick.
This fight could define Crawford's legacy if he beats Canelo Alvarez, a naturally bigger fighter skilled in many styles. Crawford will become the first male fighter in the four-ball era to hold undisputed titles in 3 different weight classes, a milestone never reached by Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, or Roy Jones Jr. This would be history in bold letters. Among those who defeated Canelo before is his former opponent Mayweather, who handed him one of his most decisive losses in 2013, a younger. Canelo was not only beaten, but dominated by Mayweather in a spectacular performance.
A guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting.
The weight difference could play a role, but both fighters are physically well matched, which explains the confidence from each camp trainer. Brian Ulak McIntyre matched his fighter's energy with calm certainty, speaking not with trash talk, but quiet confidence. He made it clear that while their strategy remains a secret, the outcome is already clear in his mind. McIntyre focuses on preparation, discipline, and trust built over years, which he believes will lead to victory. He said, "We're just going to get out there and win, do whatever we need to do to win. I am not giving out the game plan, but I know we're going to win." Crawford also holds a higher knockout rate at 73% compared to Canelo's 63.9%, which is impressive given Crawford spent most of his career in lighter weight classes. Yet rivals stay rivals, as Oscar de la Hoya has criticized the fight, the promoters, and even the dinner Canelo and Crawford shared with Turkey Alshik.
This promotion of Canelo Crawford has given me lots of good ammunition. Ooh, first, let's take it back to last week when this photo was taken of Canelo and Crawford having dinner together. Like they're best friends. I love you, man.
Oscar de la Hoya shared his frustration about the fight, saying the overly polished and friendly tone between the fighters has taken away boxing's edge. He argued that fans want fire, tension, and raw energy, not mutual admiration. He compared today's pre-fight atmosphere to past legends, saying rivalries like Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier or Mike Tyson versus Mitch Green would not have worked if the fighters had been seen casually dining together before the match.
Muhammad Ali or like Joe Frazier having dinner together? What? Can you imagine split screen before a brawl? No boxing fan wants to see two fighters having dinner together.
We could have a dinner on Wednesday.
He went further, saying the real appeal of boxing comes from the build-up, the tension, and emotional stakes that make each round feel like life or death. When the promotion feels forced or too polished, it loses its excitement.